And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Right now, we're going to go out to Indianapolis to hear from Jayden Daniels, the pride of Cajon High School and your Heisman Trophy winner. He was at the NFL Combine, but he did not throw any passes. He did not go any under medical testing or any measurements. He's going to save all of that for LSU Pro Day later this month, but he did speak to the media and he talked about fulfilling a dream that he's had for a long time since he started playing football in the city of San Bernardino. Now his dream is almost a reality of making it to the NFL.
Whatever situation God puts me in, whoever calls my name, that's the best situation for me. I plan on making the most of it. I'll say the best situation is whoever believes in me. Obviously, somebody's going to take a chance on me and say, this kid could change our organization, our franchise, to be the face of the franchise. So that's somebody, just the main thing is supporting me, believing in me. And obviously, if they call my name, they believe and support me. I just feel wherever God puts me at, wherever I hear my name drafted, is the best situation for me. I'm going to get there. I'm going to go to work, put my head down and work. I leave that up to the team with everything else. But obviously they seen something in me, so I'm forever grateful. It's pros and cons of everything. For me, I've been playing my freshman year in high school. I played, started on varsity. Freshman year in college, I started. So it's something that I'm accustomed to. So whichever the staff and the organization feels is best for me, that's their plan. Obviously, they have a plan for me, and we'll sit down and talk about it.
Jayden, of course, is coming off a Heisman Trophy campaign for the LSU Tigers, one of the greatest seasons in college football history for a quarterback. Now, going into the NFL draft, it was widely regarded that USC quarterback Caleb Williams would be the #1 pick, but because Jayden had such a great season for LSU, there's at least speculation that maybe Jayden could slide up to the #1 pick. But if you ask Jayden, when he was at the NFL Combine, he said all the right things. And he doesn't matter if he goes #1, #2, #3. He just wants to play in the NFL, and he says he's just going to be blessed to be anywhere he lands.
Yeah, something special about it. Obviously, being viewed as the #1 overall player for that draft, the #1 overall pick. There's some significance to it, but, it doesn't hold a lot of weight for me. I just want to go to the best situation. If that's the first pick, if that's the 32nd pick, I'm just blessed overall just to be here. And no matter where I hear my name called, I'll be happy.
Now, the journey to the NFL has been a long one for Jayden Daniels, and we've been covering it every step of the way as he began his career at Cajon High School as a starter his freshman season, and there was no looking back after that. It was 4 years of varsity at Cajon, and then he played at Arizona State, transferred to LSU, and now he finds himself likely one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL draft. It's been a long journey, but he says he's enjoyed every minute along the way.
Growing up, my dad, he played football at Division I level. He coached me, so football always been in my hands. So he inspired me, and then, just going from there, fell in love with the game. My journey overall to get to this point, I walked my journey. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade how I got here, how long it took, or anything like that. So when I transferred, I just wanted to go out and have the opportunity to compete against the best. In the SEC, you play the best competition, the best football. So having that opportunity and be able to just go out there and just get better each and every day. I'm a God-fearing man. Obviously, I'm very big in my faith, and I'm very passionate about what I do, and football is what I love. I'm going to just be blessed wherever I hear my name called. It's a blessing. It's something that, as a kid, that I dreamt about from day one. Wanted to play in the NFL, want to be a part of this fraternity. Dreams are reality real soon.
Jayden spent a lot of time with the media at the NFL Combine. They asked him about some of his mentors, guys who gave him advice on this whole NFL draft process and what it'll take to make it to the league, to the NFL. And he mentions a couple guys from his Arizona State days, former Sun Devils, who are now in the NFL, including Brandon Ayuk, a receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. He says those guys have really helped him understand the process and what it's going to take to make it to the NFL and succeed as a pro football player.
I do have some friends. I have two guys that are older than me. They're like big brothers to me, Brandon Ayuk and Rachaad White. And we're just talking it up. I went to Arizona State with them. Be able just to talk to them day in and day out, and get their advice, and they're hearing what I'm talking about. Obviously, we all went through different processes, but be able just to talk to them and see what they go through on a daily basis in their NFL season. And I know they're happy. I'm finally get to join them. I'm happy to join them too.
All right, we'll be keeping tabs on Jayden Daniels. As we mentioned, LSU Pro Day coming up at the end of the month, so we'll have more Jayden Daniels coverage coming up here on Sports Weekly and IEMG. And, of course, the NFL Draft in April in the city of Detroit, where Jayden will be one of the top picks in the NFL Draft. Speaking of local guys from the city of San Bernardino in the NFL, we're talking about Alexander Mattison. And after 5 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, we're going to find Alex on a new team next season. The Vikings announcing they're going to release Alexander Mattison after 5 years with the team that drafted him back in 2019. Over the course of 5 seasons with the Vikings, he ran for nearly 2,400 yards. He had 11 rushing touchdowns. And this past season, he had 700 yards rushing, but no touchdowns on the ground, although he did catch 3 touchdowns for Minnesota. So he enjoyed 5 great seasons with the Vikings, and now he'll be looking for a new home. So we'll see where Alexander Mattison ends up. He will be in the NFL next year. Now we get to wait and find out what uniform he'll be wearing next season in the NFL. Jayden Daniels and Alexander Mattison, 2 of our favorite guys here on Sports Weekly. When we come back here, man, big-time basketball highlights as SBVC and Irvine Valley went to overtime in a state playoff game. Plus, we'll head out to Fiscalini Field for Cal State San Bernardino baseball. All that and more coming up on this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG. We'll be right back.